brothers
Amen
are.
to that.
Because he has some on you too, doesn't he, Alan?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, confusion goes both ways. We look a lot alike, you know.
Well, you have been a writing machine since you retired. How many books have you written?
3, and Don and I are co-authoring his life story now.
Yeah.
And we're really enjoying that. I enjoyed that.
But I never knew, Alan, that you had, I don't know why I never, you had fiction in you. I know you told a lot of stories. That didn't sound right, did it?
And I always enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, that's what, and I don't know about other parts of the country, but that's what mamas used to tell their children. Maybe this is the same terminology used in other.
We didn't. This is a Southern expression.
Oh, is this a Southern expression? Because you grew up in New England.
Yeah.
So, but a Southern expression for mothers to their children, instead of "don't be a liar,"
Right.
To soften it a little bit, you say, "Now you don't be telling stories."
That's right.
Okay, and they didn't mean telling genuine stories. They mean don't tell lies.
Yeah, they weren't talking about being around the fire.
You don't be telling stories, young boy. You hear me? But anyway, I didn't know what I mean by this is Alan has become a very proficient fiction writer, a novelist. And
Right.
Alan, I didn't know that you had this in you, my friend, till you started doing this.
This particular book is my first one at it, and I've had a lot of compliments on it from people who have read it.
Now, the book that we're talking about here, Alan Wildmon is in studio with us, is called Destiny at Dawn.
Right.
Destiny at Dawn.
Right.
What? Tell us the story.
It stars
Well,
Gary Cooper, doesn't it? It sounds like a
Yeah.
without his guns
Yeah.
at high noon.
right.
Yeah.
No, the story is about small town America. It's set in the 1950s, and it's about two men that's in love with the same woman, and have been since they were little children in grade school. And also involved in the story are the different characters of the alcoholic businessman, the highly successful country lawyer, a porn-addicted contractor, a beloved alcoholic doctor, a city mayor and county sheriff whose politics become in front of policing, and a much-loved country preacher. He's really down to earth. The readers will really enjoy this.
That sounds quite like a character list.
Right. Yeah, because
Right
you
there.
know, if it's a small town,
Everybody knows those
there's
things.
There's got to be a small country. There's got to be a country lawyer in there, right?
Oh, yeah. But he's
Yeah.
very successful. He's known
Yeah.
throughout the state, and he's very successful.
But so you weave a story, and there's obviously there was a moral to it. I mean, there's a what you're trying to communicate through the written word, through interweaving a story.
Sure, and it begins with a social function when both the fellows that love the girl get in an argument after the social function. One of them is killed, and the other is put in jail and for murder. He's accused of murder, and the love story goes on, but the trial is at the end of the story, and the other characters are their reputations by day, the way other people see them, and their true human nature characters that come out at night. And of course, we're all sinners, and
Well, you got a bunch of them in that story, though.
yeah. It's written for the Christian community, I guarantee. And it doesn't have any profanity, no sex, no profanity. And I had one lady tell me, it was a real compliment. She said, let's see here.
This is a letter you got after someone read the book?
Right.
Okay.
After finishing the book, said, well, it's 10 p.m. and I just finished your book. I couldn't wait to finish I couldn't wait to finish it. Your book reminded me of Nicholas Sparks.
Wow.
That's quite a compliment.
Right.
Now, if you could get a paycheck like Nicholas Sparks,
Yeah.
you'd be doing real good.
Yeah. I could pay for the book.
Yeah.
He writes with such feeling. I love the notebook. And another lady wrote to me, says, I felt if I personally knew each of the characters after reading the book.
Well, that is quite a compliment. If the reader feels like they know the characters, then you've got them hooked. The book is called Destiny at Dawn. It's a first novel from Alan Wildmon. Yes, family member, my uncle. That's how he got on the program. And I'm just kidding.
I was here 16 years. Don't forget.
You worked here.
Yeah. Alan was working here long before I was working here at American Family.
I was here.
And before you were here. So, but I'm just teasing about the
I know you are.
family connection, although it doesn't hurt, I guess. Destiny at Dawn is the title of the novel, and it's available at our store, the American Family Association store. And you just go there. To the store online, afastore.afa.net. That's afastore.afa.net. And if you love fiction, then you're going to love this. And you like a great story, but also has a good moral to the story, and it's a clean book. You don't have to worry about being hit with profanity or some kind of sex scene that you weren't expecting. You can get a copy of Destiny at Dawn by Alan Wildmon, afastore.afa.net. Great. Do you sign books too?
Oh, yes. I've had several book signs. I've been for one here and locally in various different places.
Yeah.
One in Memphis, Tennessee.
How do people contact you?
They can give me a call at home. That would be the best. Oh, yes.
Check with Aunt Mickey on that one?
Yeah. Mickey, the book is dedicated to Mickey. That's my wife of 54 years. Let me just go ahead and put
give me your email. That's the best way to do it.
AFW, academic failure. No, Alan F. Wildman, AFW at AFO.net.
That's the email for Alan if you want to get in touch with him. AFW at AFO.net.
Not AFA, AFO.
That's right, American Family Online.
Okay. All right. And Alan, thanks so much for dropping by.
I appreciate the opportunity, and
Absolutely.
I'll see y'all later, okay?
The book is called Destiny at Dawn, and it may one day be a movie. Who knows?
You don't know. That's right.
You're listening to the radio program Today's Issues on the American Family Radio Network. I'm Tim with Ed. Coming up in just a little bit.